Hey guys, so it's March 13th, 2024, and it is the beginning of spring here for us in Illinois. And it's been a while since I've done an update on the greenhouse and the fig collection, and I figure there's no better time than now. I just got home from work. I'm about to look at them, so might as well just do this video. I've been waiting to get it organized. I've still got a lot of work to do, but you know what? It's good enough for now to show you guys what's going on. Look at all the green growth. We've got a ton of bribas everywhere. Problems with heating. We've got a solution for heating. Had questions arise on how do we water it. We couldn't get water from the house. We're on well system here, and the house is just too far away to draw water from it, and so we actually invested in a pump that is drawing water out of the pond, which is just a dream situation for me. And it's going, and I've got it set up to a this water drip system, and I've got the piping and everything for it, the tubing and everything for it. But again, I wanted to just get all the trees situated in a way that I was happy with. I've got a lot of stuff growing here for the garden out there, and so I need to get that out of the way so that I can get to the trees and put in the tubing. So for now, I've just been watering them by hand. But I'm happy about that anyway, because I'm using that JDOM stinky bucket, stinky water method, which is that gray tub right there. I also put in the main tub, or the main source of the stinky water is that big black barrel that I hid in the woods. I've been fermenting that. I've been adding to that all year since last year, basically, since since when? Fall, maybe summer or fall of last year. So I started that, and so it's been fermenting this whole time. And as far as I can tell, I mean, I don't know if it's just because the trees are as old as they are, that I'm getting so many figs on them and such beautiful, healthy growth. If it's from that, or if it's from, the fermented water, the stinky water, the JDOM method. I don't know if it's the JDOM method. I'm just throwing every single thing that I think would help into that water. Like, anything that you would compost, I'm throwing it in that water. Eggshells, meat, blood, leftover chunks of, meat, dead fish that I'm finding that are, floating in the pond, I throw them in there. I'm throwing everything in there. And so what I do is I just take, a few cups of that to a couple of the gallons of the pond water, and then I'm watering everything with it, and so far so freaking great. I'm learning some very important lessons. That number one, to grow figs here in our climate, which was 5B, we've just recently been upgraded to a 6A. You can't really grow all the fig trees you want to grow without a greenhouse, or some sort of a greenhouse. However you make it, like whether it's a tent or whatever. I went, full on greenhouse, because I can't have anything ugly back here. Neighbors will complain. So we had to make this type of an investment here, but you don't need to, as long as it's like a tent and you can put heat in it. That's all you need. And protection from the wind and the sub-zero temperatures. And so that's what I'm realizing. There are a few fig trees that I have been able to cultivate, to fruit, and to enjoy their fruits. So if you do live in a zone like mine and you do want to grow these types of trees, the ones that I have experience with that I would go to bat for any day are number one, the Atriano, number two, Ron di Bordeaux, and number three, Italian Latarula. Those three are superstars for our area. They are prolific. You will be eating fruits fast, like as of June, and all the way through to the end of winter, you'll be getting fruit, and they'll be delicious. So those three trees, if you don't have access to a greenhouse and you want to grow figs in this zone or colder, I highly recommend those three. Those are the ones that I've had the experience with. Among all these trees, those are the ones that I think are the best. Like this is a Celeste. This is going to be the first year that it's actually going to give me something. And I want to say I've had it all 3 years. So it took some time. My Desert King, useless to me so far. I've not had a single fig off of it. Hopefully this year I will. They tout its brie buzz and everything, but really, that's given me nothing. You know what is full of brie buzz? And they talk all kinds of smack about it, right? Here is, for example, here is Craven's Craving. It's giving me a ton of brie buzz. Smith, giving me a ton of brie buzz. CDD Noir, giving me brie buzz. CDD Mutante, giving me brie buzz. All of these are giving me brie buzz, and the Desert King is not. So, I mean, useless. At least I have a chance for not only having the brie buzz off of this, but also, a chance of having main crop too, whereas Desert King, the main crop would fall off because we don't have the fig wasp here to pollinate it and keep that main crop on. And so let me just show you what I've done here in terms of heat. I've got a diesel heater, and it's also hooked up to electric, but it doesn't draw nearly as much electric as those greenhouse heaters. Those were garbage for me. What a wasted investment in those heaters. And this cost about as much as those heaters. Like this cost about $150, I want to say, something like that. Diesel fuel is a lot less expensive than regular gas, and it's very more cost efficient than propane, which is what I was using sort of in emergency situations here until I got that other heater. The propane tank is like $25, and it lasts 1 day, 1.5 days. This diesel heater works awesome. We're going to get a second one and put it over there only because we love it, and we just want to have sort of a backup source just in case, because when it's frigid out here, it's a do or die situation. If you don't have a backup system, you're screwed, and all your trees will die. So basically that runs on pennies, electricity wise, and then the diesel, the tank within it is about I want to say it's about 1 liter, it's about 6 liters. So it takes about 1.5 gallons of diesel, which is super cheap, right? $3. And that will last, like if I have the heat set on sort of a low setting just to keep the temperature steady in here at like 40 degrees, that will take me 24 hours to burn through. If it's really cold outside and it's kicking in, because it's automatic, so whatever temperature you set it at, right, it'll work harder depending on how cold it is outside The harder it works, the faster it goes through the gas, but at least it will take you through the entire night is at its worst. And then you just fill it up again in the morning, and that's that. And with the greenhouse, what's great is that during the day, when the sun pops out a little bit, and even if it doesn't, like you can see it's overcast right now, it rained today, the temperature goes up in the greenhouse. Like if it's in the daytime, if the sun is, up there somewhere, if the temperature outside is, let's say, 40 degrees, in here, it's about 30 to 40 degrees higher than that. So the other day it was 70 degrees outside and the sun was shining. It was 110 in here. And none of them really got damaged. They loved it, I think. The only things that were affected by it were these new baby trees that I got from some friends that came over and gave them to me. I got awesome friends. I got awesome fig friends. Shout out to all you guys. You know who you are. But yeah, those were the only ones that suffered any damage. The ones that were in here, I think, are already used to the sun, used to the heat, and there is zero damage to them. They're loving it. But my friends also pointed out, hey, when you have a greenhouse, the temperature will affect them, and in the summertime when it gets to be 100 in here outside, just think it's going to be about 130, 140, maybe 150 in here. And so because it was going to probably get up to 100 in here again today, we opened up the sky, I'm going to call them skylights. What are they, vents? I don't know. We opened it, and I'm sure it was nice and pleasant in here, but I'm going to definitely have to do that in the summer, according to my well-known fig experts, and so I will heed their warning. I'm going to put a screen, one of those stick-on screens, on one of these doors and open it, and I found solar-powered fans that I'm going to install. I have solar power lights, and those they've already started coming on. Isn't that cool? So I'm trying to go as cheap as I can energy-wise, and it doesn't hurt to have that kind of technology. If poop hits the fan someday, at least we have something to learn from, and whatever. I won't go into that. All right, setup of trees. What was my thinking behind how I set these up? So this part here gets the most amount of sun and the longest duration of sun. And so what I did was I put my sun needing, heat loving trees there. So the ones that are the latest to ripen their figs, I put them all on this side. That's how I managed it. And then the ones that give early and are okay with shade, because once those trees get leaves on them, they tend to give us some shade on this side. And so that's what I did. The ones that were like my Mount Etnas and stuff, I put over here. And so that's the way I did it. And then sort of migrated to the ones needing the most amount of sun, and the most expensive trees all on that side. So what have we got here? Don't ask me how many trees I got. I don't know. I think I got 70. I don't know. Somewhere around there. This is Celeste, Desert King, Spadaphora Dark. What have I got here? Scots Black. So Scots Black is waking up. I mean, even Desert King is waking up, so we'll see. I got some hope for it. Spadaphora Dark is waking up. Do you have any Breba? Yes, we've got a Breba. I sprayed everything in here with neem oil a couple of times already. I might do it one more time now that the leaves are out. We've got the raspberry latte. Do we have any? I don't see any Breba on it just yet. This is my Rondi Bordeaux. I have big time trimmed these so that they have a nicer shape for this year. I don't see any brie buzz on the Rondi yet. This is my Letizia. Letizia is waking up nicely. It's fairly behind. That's an Atriano air layer. That's an HDA, Hativ d'Argentile. That's an Iranian candy. That is my first graft figoin that I did. This is a Palestinian dark. It's waking up. That's Peter's Honey. This is Black Celeste. These two are Pink Honey. And this is an air layer I did of the fake figoin. And it's got such great productivity that I was thinking about using it for a graft stock. This is my Atriano. Atriano's waking up nicely. I see a fig or a briba. Where are you? Right there. And I imagine it will have a lot more. This is this amazing thing here, full of briba. Yeah, this is the Italian Latarula. I was just nutso about this last year or last season because the figs are super delicious, so sweet. The skin is nice and shiny, and the water rolls off of it, so it tends to have a really intense sweetness. This guy is my Zingarella, and Zingarella is waking up nicely. I don't see any briba on it. This is my Casseriani. They say that this is very similar, if not the same, as Crow's. Noir de Barbentane. Noir de Barbentane gave me no figs last year. And it's waking up nicely. I thought I saw figs on it, but they could have just been buds. This is my Azores Dark, waking up nicely. This is Texas Peach, and it's loaded with figs. Thanks, Vlad. Look at that. St. Rita I put here. St. Rita is budding out a little bit. A little slow. Black Bethlehem. And this is a Tina. So this is the not Black Madeira Tina that we got from Profig. This is Texas BA, which they say might be the same as Smith. So we shall see. This guy is the Leon's Montenegro. Leon's Montenegro, I think we've got a briba right there. It's waking up. And then I tried to put all the same varieties next to each other so that I'd have a nice side-by-side comparison. That's the Long Dout. Long Doot. That's here. This is another Long Doot. That one is, what is that? I forgot. Oh God. Oh, White Marseille. White Marseille. I have it by the Italian Latarula because they say that those are probably the same. This is my Negrone. Negrone I cut back big time. I'm trying to get a nice shape out of it, but it's an ugly shape. What can I do? Eventually it'll come to me on how to make it, how to beautify it, but there was no way to get it down to one stem or one trunk. This guy, look at this. My husband thought this one was dead, but it's not. This is Capulcurt Negra. That's going to be huge. Nicodem Haven. I didn't get to taste any last year. It was my first year growing it last year, so this is a 2-year-old tree. Teramo, and that's the other Teramo next to it. And then in front of that is the Silly Dolce that I called last year. And then at the very end is the Marius Negretta, the one that I was really, really impressed with last year. I thought I was going to chuck that one, but I'm keeping it. And it's loaded with, it's loaded with Breba. So very exciting. This guy's my Peter's Honey, and that was delicious, but it is finicky. And it's not going to give you anything unless it's fully happy with its surroundings. And it takes a long time, man. It dropped all its Brebas. It's probably because it's in a pot. I don't know. Lou says that it does better in the ground. So it might be the reason. And this, and this, these next 3 are all like fake, whatever they were. I thought one of them was creme de fragile, wasn't. That one was figwine, wasn't. But they're super productive. What is this? What is that? Nothing. Okay, they were super productive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make them frankenfigs. I'll make one of them into a Montserrat Pons frankenfig. The other one, it'll just be sort of the awesome figs that, like what? Like the Cavalieri, like the ones that are not Montserrat Pons, but that are awesome. This one is my Socorro Black. And it's got a Breba. Brebas. So see, like I'm going to get figs off of those guys. That's a Capra fig. So we'll see if it gives me any figs to try and pollinate some this year. This is my Vern's Brown Turkey. Very impressed with Vern's Brown Turkey. It's like a caramelly flavor. Delicious. This guy, White Madeira. Ooh, White Madeira. I don't know, did I have any figs of it last year? I don't think so. I think they all were very late. And like I said, unless you have a greenhouse here, it's going to be near impossible getting your figs to ripen. Pardon me. A Strawberry Verite, we've got finally, I haven't tasted any figs off of this either, but it's giving me a few Brebas. So at least we'll taste Brebas if nothing else, but it's only March 13th and we got leaves and we've got Breba. I have a good feeling about what's going to happen this year. This is Green Eye Shea. Green Eye Shea is very, very leafy and happy. I don't know if any of these buds will turn into Breba, but we shall see. I didn't get anything off of it last year either. This is Tina. I got from my girl Kelly. This is Martinenca Ramada. Thanks, Hilario. Poponi. Thanks, me. BNR. Thanks, MJ. But BNR had some trouble this winter. We got some dieback of some of these fig trees. So I snapped off a lot of them, the top off of a lot of them, because it may have been temperature fluctuations, like they started waking up, then it got real cold again, and they may have frozen that way. So you lose a lot of tree that way. And that was my fault because I didn't have consistent heat set up yet. But I will this coming winter. This is Pastillier. Pastillier actually gave me figs the first year, which was last year. And one of them I knocked off. So I'm really excited this year. I trimmed it down to one trunk. So I took off, it tends to have a bush structure. So I've been sort of pinching off or scraping off any new budding at the base of most of these that I've gotten down to one or two trunks. Panache didn't get a single fruit off of it last year. It didn't have time to ripen. And I don't see any Breba, so I don't know if Panache has Breba, but we'll see. I mean, there's plenty of double buds, but I don't know. Will they turn into Breba? We shall see. Let's go to the other side. White Madeira we did, Strawberry Verte we did already. Oh, this guy. Look at this. Look at that. I think this is Hollier. Yes, sir. Hollier. Holla. This is the other Hollier. And this is full of Breba too. Wait, am I getting it? Sorry, guys. Not so good with this camera. There. We got Brebas on the Hollier. Super excited. I haven't had a Hollier yet. This guy, Riverside, Golden Riverside. I had 3 branches. One of them didn't make it through the winter, but that's all right. We've got these lovely 2 healthy branches. I heard it makes Breba, so I'm looking forward. This is, what is this? Oh, CDA from Quinn. CDA's got a few Brebas. Check this out. Look at that. Huge. So very excited for CDA. We've got Nixon's piece. Very excited for Nixon's piece. I don't see any Breba. They're all buds so far, and they're branching out. This is my Golden Rainbow. I am so excited to try that. I didn't get to try. Actually, I had a couple Golden Rainbows. Last year was its first year, and it actually gave me figs. But the temperature got super cold, and I had no protection for them. I mean, I just had nothing set up for them, and it was sucky. That's why I was like, man, we need a greenhouse or something, because the amount of figs that went into my JDOM liquid was mind-blowing, like hundreds, and it was just, broke my heart. Because they all went. I mean, maybe it's a good thing, and as a result, these fig trees this year will be phenomenal because they're getting all that energy back. But I'll let you know. This one is, oh, this is my Belmont's Beauty. Belmont's Beauty is giving me Breba. And it's growing like crazy, so very exciting. This is a second Belmont's Beauty I have. This is Zafiro. Zafiro is giving me Breba. I think the top is dead though. Let's see. Yeah, but the rest of it is good. That's all right. Anyway, it was too tall, right? Yeah, it's a good thing that it died up here. Anyway, I'll take care of that later. And this is my Black Madeira. How do I not know? So the top died on this. It was fine, and I think the cold definitely got this one. And I had no idea that Black Madeira has Breba, but apparently it's making Breba. And again, Craven's Craving. You believe that? Look at that. Look at this. It's gorgeous. Look at it. So yeah, Desert King. Huh. I'm gonna laugh at Desert King. Calderona. Calderona's doing beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, I got the grafting tool. So my grafting friends out there, they're so pissed off. They're like, you're they hate that thing because, I don't know. We shall see. We'll figure out why someday, but it worked so great for me. It was easy peasy. Oh, Calderona's got Reba, guys. All right, and then this is Figo Preto. Yeah, so I'm going to try that grafting tool on those Frankenfigs that I'm going to do. This is Black Tuscan I got from my buddy Steve. Steve, look how good it's doing. Look, it's full of Reba. Woo! Oh my God, yeah. So this is Mutante, CDD Mutante. I cannot wait for that. This is CDD Blanca Negra. I hear nothing but awesome things about this, so I'm really excited. This guy is my CDD Noir. And I'm pretty sure this guy, oh, I don't know if this guy will give me Brie Bar or not, but I would think CDDs, yeah, it's got double bud right there. We don't know if that'll turn, if that will turn into a fig or not. And then that's my yellow long neck from Psy. It's got growth. Can I see? Yeah, there it is. So it's got growth. Very exciting. This is my one of two CLBC, Colonel Littman's Black Cross. And this is the one that gave me nothing last year. But this year we've got Reba. So I'm hopeful. And again, the JDOM stuff has been going into it, and so I wonder if that has a lot to do with its production this year. Here's the other Colonel Littman's Black Cross, that one that did give me last year Breba. It gave me a Breba and figs, and look at this. So very productive, this one. Yeah, very productive. This is my baby Italian 258. I started this last year. And this is my Mama Italian 258. They're from two different sellers. So I thought, hey, let me give it a try. And I had such bad luck growing a Genovese Nero that I was like, you know what, screw it. I'll just get another Italian 258 instead, since they're similar or the same, possibly. Do I see any Breba? Yeah, I do see a lot of double bumps. Yes, there is a Breba right there. Do you guys see it? Yeah, right there. So I see a lot of double bumps on it. That's got to be a Breba. So we shall see. Smith. Oh my God. So you see this? I cut this off last year, and I had an air layer going here, and I rooted it right there. That's this guy. Look at this. I'm going to step back and show you how enormous. So this was like a 2-year tree. This year is a 3rd-year tree. So Mama's doing good and Baby's doing great. And then this guy is another Smith. I know, I have them so close together. I know. You guys are probably shaking your heads going, oh my God, when these grow out, what are you going to do? Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. So let me just step back and show you guys. So that was part of that. Look how big they are. So imagine how huge it would have been. It would have been like to the roof. So I'm glad I cut it off and made it its own tree. It had a nice shape too, so I'm happy about it. It's Loquat. Loquat's doing great. So that's the fig collection. I've got some more rooting up there. Don't ask what they are. Forget it. The video's too long. But that's what we got going on in here. I can't thank you guys enough for watching, for your interest in this. But, you know, I'm crazy about this myself. And so I feel your pain and I feel your joy. If there's anything you guys want to see, please feel free to let me know in the comments. But I shall do another update video once everything is sort of settled in place. We'll do another one. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later.